Hello again, and welcome to the Prince Magnum channel. I'm your host, Prince Magnum, and welcome to a very brief return of Do-It-Yourself Budget Hot Rodding. As the title will suggest, this is us giving back to our public servants. Here on the Prince Magnum channel, we love to give credit where credit is due. And let me give you a little backstory on this video. In the past 3 months, the Bonne Terre City Police Department has went above and beyond in so many different ways. If you want to know what I'm talking about, please travel back to some of my previous videos and you'll understand very quickly. Now, it would be great if we here on the channel we had the money to do something for all of the police department, but we don't. So we had to select somebody. And I couldn't think of anyone more deserving than the Bonne Terre City Police Department's chief, Chief Calvert. I couldn't think of anyone else who was more deserving. He's been a great friend to the channel, and he's been a big support to us all here on the channel as we continue to try to, I guess you could say, hit it big. But as we continue forward and trying to obviously get out there and do the right thing, we couldn't think of any other reason why we shouldn't try to do something for our chief. Well, the air cleaner that you actually see right now was actually gifted to me. It was given to me by a neighbor that we briefly had. He was living here for a few months, and basically he had a front-wheel drive car, and he was in a junkyard getting some parts. Well, he seen this, and he knew that we had Project Spirit and Project Vera, didn't know if it would work, and basically he picked it up for us. Basically, they practically gave it to him, to my knowledge. And when we got it here, I looked at it, and the chrome was in dire need of being brought back to life. So I sat down and began working on it. We discovered very quickly, though, that we couldn't use them on either of our projects, and it's like, what do you do now? It's all cleaned up, ready to rock and roll, and I came to the conclusion that because we had what we already had, and I didn't want to change that, just throwing it out would make no sense. So what we did was Princess Faye broke out some brushes and some paint that we had actually gotten from the new Hobby Lobby over in Farmington, Missouri, and began painting. The star that you actually see being painted is a reference to the sheriff's star that you would see in your old spaghetti westerns. The wings that you'll see painted on a little bit later in the video is also a reference to the wings that you would see on Project Spirit, which the chief really does absolutely love both cars, and because Project Spirit was our first Maverick, he got to fall in love with her first. So we couldn't think of any other reason why in the world we shouldn't use the same wings. So that's where the idea for this insignia came about. Now, the copper color that you see being used, the copper paint, is actually a reference to the old Chicago Police Department. In the old days, the Chicago PD would their badges were actually made of copper, hence the term coppers. Well, being an old reference, that was the color that we had decided on, and thought it would just be absolutely exciting to go ahead and do it like that. By the end of the video, you will actually see both Princess Faye and I signing this, since this was a effort on both of our parts. And I know the video will almost be a little long-winded, but this whole video is also I guess you could say, a dedication to the chief as well. One of the videos that we did earlier this year was of Princess Faye painting the washer fluid bottle for Project Spirit. as we were getting ready for a car show. The chief watched it and he loved the way it was narrated, and he absolutely enjoyed watching Princess Faye paint. We could have done the whole video with that, but we just went ahead and cut it down and just kind of, we could have sped it up, but that would really take away from the hard effort that Princess Faye really put into this. I honestly believe that this is some of her best work ever. And I couldn't be much, I just could not be happier with the work that she did. Again and again and again, I will tell you, if you see art, amazing artwork like this on the Prince Magnum channel, my wife is the one who did it. And, I can't say enough great about her amazing skills with a brush. I wish I could do half of what she does, but I can't. And I'm very grateful that I have such an amazing and talented wife at my disposal to do my artwork. So again, I can't thank her enough for that, for her amazing work. If you live in Bonne Terre and that sort of thing, the police department for a long while did have a very bad reputation. I can tell you that within, we'll say, under a year, they have went above and beyond to do the right things. They are doing amazing things now, and they are doing their best to keep our community safe, and I can't thank them enough. As I said earlier in this video, I wish I could do something for all of them, to give them all something special from the channel. From the bottom of my heart, for all of you police officers who are out there trying to keep our streets clean, because even though it's a small town, a lot can happen in a small town, and it can go unnoticed. You guys do the best you can with what you have available to you to do what is necessary to keep our streets safe. Right now, you are actually seeing me with trembling hands attempting to sign my initials, Prince Magnum, on this air cleaner lid. And I say trembling hands because I've never done this before. This was my first attempt at signing my name, signing my initials in paint. I've never done that before, so this was a first for me. And because it was a joint effort by none other than Princess Faye and I, well, I felt it was necessary that I also sign it. And for the first time, Princess Faye got to sign this air cleaner as well, and she's never signed anything in so there was a couple of firsts on this, and that sort of thing. So, Chief, as soon as I get the new filter that'll go in, this is yours. And I know I'm going to be going over and seeing my dear friends at the Deloge AutoZone to help them to get help fitting up one properly. This air cleaner will be going on his beautiful and gorgeous 1970 Chevrolet Monte Carlo. I have got to see pictures of this car, and it is a beautiful car. It's still in great condition, and I can't wait to see what else he's going to do to this. But this piece will be going on top of the V8 that resides inside of its engine bay. Again, I can't thank our police department enough for going above and beyond. And hopefully one day, maybe the Prince Magnum channel will have enough money where we will be able to do something special for all of our police officers. But in the meantime, this will just, I guess you could say, be a humble beginning. And there you have it, folks. One custom air cleaner lid that used to be just a normal run-of-the-mill Edelbrock Signature Series Chrome air filter, but now has wonderful artwork by none other than Princess Faye. You will not find this artwork anywhere else. She's the only one I know who can do amazing stuff like this. If there is others, like I said, I don't know them. But I think it looks great, and here in just a second, you'll see none other than our little Galaxy, who's actually named after the Ford Galaxy, come in and give it her seal of approval. Sorry, Chief, the kitten stays with us. Uh, our cat Tabor, he doesn't really get involved in shots like he used to, but Galaxy does, and she's always very curious at what we do. And so, if you're a kitten lover, so you even got a little something special here on the channel. That brings us to the end of this very special, short-lived video of do-it-yourself budget hot rodding. Get out there and work on a project. I don't care what it is, even if it's something as simple as this. If you have a sweetheart, tell them you love them today and do something special for them. And above all, if nobody has told you that they love you today, Prince Magnum does. God bless you and have a happy 24. Thank you.